St. Agnes House is a home for those who would otherwise be turned away.
The St. Agnes House is special because they provide things that normal hospitals don't: spiritual and emotional support, and a community for the guests.
I myself had to stay in the hospital for a period of time and felt like I was either always being poked or whatever, or I would always feel alone. But at the St. Agnes House, the volunteers and staff work very hard to ensure that everyone feels like they're working as part of a team or as part of a family, that everyone feels that sense of community that you can only get from a home.
St. Agnes isn't just a house, it's a home away from home.
Basically, it just provides lodging for cancer patients or hospital patients in Lexington who can't really afford to stay at the hospital and who don't live in town. So like people from rural counties who need to come here and need a place to stay but don't really want to pay all the money to stay in a hotel or stay in the hospital, they can come to the St. Agnes House for a cheap price and stay there.
Hearing at the St. Agnes House taught me a great deal about how important support is when recovering.
My experience volunteering at the St. Agnes House was one that was very rewarding and humbling. When I was cleaning for the guests there or just talking to them, every time I did something for them, they said thank you. And it just showed that even though they were in tough circumstances, going through illnesses that no one really wants to go through, they were still so appreciative of what they were doing.
There's a good sense of community in the house. There's people to cope with what you're going through there. There's staff and volunteers there to help support you and help serve you in any way you can. I think the other thing that's really neat about the house is that it doesn't turn down people who don't have to pay. So, they have really inexpensive lodging. It's $10 a night, but if you can't do that, then they just ask you to pay what you can. And I think that's really nice because they don't turn away anybody who needs it.